you had a magic day, Andy, and we all cried in Lanzarote when you were, I think you were a minute off the world record for that one, something like that, and you, over 10 minutes on your nearest competitor. And you had the perfect day.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we really had I had a lot of experience. Like it was, I think I did like my first Ironman like 15 years earlier on the course, and yeah, I mean, it's hot and it's like a lot of climbing on the bike and it's windy and I had like really did like all the homework and I was really confident, and then yeah, I mean, it just everything fell into place. And if you train so much like professionally, like even an Ironman loses little bit of the adventurous character, but it's still, I mean, it's such a huge challenge. And yeah, I mean, here it's photo from doing like the cross country, backcountry skiing. Yeah, we would do that
Rogers
like
Pass.
once a week as a long fasted session instead of going long on the bike. And but of course it was like good to get out and get fresh air and like seeing all the different things and experiencing the deep Canadian powder. I mean, it was like a once in a lifetime experience. And yeah.
So why don't we segue there? Like there's an interesting one. We get a lot of I don't know, a lot of kickback or questioning sometimes about the long fasted training, right? So here we are out, and this was, I did this yesterday actually. It's maybe why I was so crap today on the HIIT workout.
Yeah.
And everyone that was there today can probably witness that. But what did you discover about the long fasted workouts? Because I don't think you did those probably prior to meeting me too much. But yeah, here we are, 5 hours in the backcountry, fasted. So what do you?
Yeah, I mean, it was like, I mean, it's such a powerful tool, but just as like if you handle like diamondite or something, I mean, you have to be careful. Like, and I mean, we started to build it, and I mean, I would do like the fasted riding, which I had never done in the years before, and start like an hour and then an hour and a half, and then like 4 hours, but with a triple egger in the morning, and then just one egg just for the stomach, and then kind of start with nothing. And that developed until like, I mean, the longest bike ride like was around 7 hours, but like the long sustainable every week long bike ride was like 5.5 to 6.5 hours. And it became my very, very favorite session because I don't know, it was just so pure and so, and yeah, I mean, I always rode on my own and was just go out, enjoy nature, and you don't have to stop at a gas station to buy sweets or something. I mean, and then I mean, it's always nice if you achieve something in training which you thought was impossible or what was like new, and you can build some self-confidence on. Like, I mean, of course, you kind of project what you can do in training. You project it into racing or race performances. So that was a huge step. And yeah, maybe we talk about Lanzarote later.
Yeah, we will. We will. But yeah, I mean, and just I'm reflecting, Kilian Jornet, who I had on the podcast, ultra runner extraordinaire, sort of said the same thing, right? Like, so yeah, he would build up those fasted rides to 8 hours in the mountains. But he needed to prove that to himself, that was always possible. Or if there was ever not fuel on the course, he knew he had everything he needed within to be able to do the extraordinary things. And I think that's what, when you progress this out, it's not like you go and do it on the very first time, right? But
No.
you develop the belief that is within you, and then now you can bring that confidence into your event as well. And I do believe this is an advanced, thing that you develop, but it like you said, Andy, it's very powerful.
It was such a big advantage. Like if you have like, I mean, the triathlon races, they are okay organized, but still sometimes the aid stations are too far separated. So you have to be flexible with your fuel. Like if you or if you miss like one gel at an aid station or something, I mean, if that matters, that's bad for you. Like, and yeah, I think I won a lot of races where just being flexible with all the fat fuel and the sugar fuel, like just kept me consistent at my pace, and other people got in trouble. So
Yep.
that's like really a nice and powerful weapon. Nutrition is a very personal thing. So I'm just going to tell you what I did, but you have to go and try it for yourself. So I was always like splitting like water, like for fluids, and then gels for sugar, and then salt tablets for salt. And then yeah, I mean, I kind of did my high intensity sessions with gels, and then I had the fasted bike. And then like in the everyday nutrition, I was always like kind of looking into a little bit of carbs, but then at some point, if it got too much, I would feel the effect on the long fasted bike rides. But like if you look at, so I kind of balanced it out. Like you have to, play both channels. You cannot go like only fat, and you cannot go like only sugar. Like, and so you're flexible. And on race day, like I would have like, I think like 2 gels per hour. So it's kind of, I don't know, is it like 80 grams of, like around 1 gram per hour per kilogram body weight. So I was like, it was one of my heavier races, but I felt comfortable. So I had like, I would say between 60 and 80 grams of carbohydrates, but also like on the run, I would just take whatever I get. Like I would start like conservative and go with gels, and then like second half marathon, just Coke and just how I felt. Like, I mean, it's always more important that you don't get any GI issues, because that can end your race.
Yep.
And yeah, as always, you have to find like a balance. And of course, like on race day, you shouldn't do anything that you don't do in training. So you kind of have to train with your race nutrition, and don't try anything new on the race course. What, for example, I mean, likely, I don't know if some of you are from Europe and racing in the US, but like what I had to learn is that, for example, Coke is not the same everywhere. Like in the US, you have a lot of more fructose, and sometimes like people from Europe, they go to the US and do their racing concept, and then they get like GI issues, like they get problems, and they don't know why, but they cannot cope with the high fructose Coca-Cola. But it's kind of a hidden fact that not a lot of people know.